Hi there, my name's Beth, and today I'm going to be doing my February haul slash unboxing because I do have 2 packages to open, and I have 5 books to show you, plus the 2 packages. So I know that both of them are books, and so I have a total of 7 books this month, which is a lot more than I initially planned for February, but there were just so many good new releases out this month, and so many, I think all but 2 are new releases, and then the other 2 are just books that I've heard really good things of recently, and I figure I'll pick them up. But yes, so let's get started because this is probably going to be a while. I also want to say, first of all, I'm sorry about this lighting. I have been struggling for like half an hour now to find any form of good lighting, like blind open, light on, light off, blind closed, all those things. So yes, if you are distracted by all this random patchy lights, I really am sorry. So the first book I picked up was Invaded by Melissa Landers, and this is going to be terrible for seeing these book covers. This book is the sequel to Alienated, and this came out February 3rd. And can I just say that Amazon has been doing a fantastic job of getting my books, or getting these books out like the day they're released, and a couple of them even early. So I've read Alienated and absolutely loved it, and I have not picked up this book yet, but I will probably in March, if not April, just so Alienated stays fresh in my mind and I remember to read this. So the next book I got is one of the books I actually got about a week before its release date, which is Red Queen. I got this book on February 3rd, and I believe it came out on February 10th. So again, kudos to Amazon. But this book is about a girl who lives in this world where red bloods are basically slaves to the silver bloods, and the silver bloods have these special abilities that they can basically control different elements and various other things. But this book follows a 16-year-old girl named Mare. I believe she's 16. Yeah, I think. Named Mare, who is a red blood, but in the middle of this event where she's working for the Silvers, she discovers that she has an ability as well. I'm not going to get too much into this because I have read it and I will talk about more in my wrap-up, but yes, I did really enjoy this. The next 3 books all came around the same time, and that was the 17th of the month, so last week. The first book, I think this is my most anticipated book of February at least, and that is Salt and Stone by Victoria Scott. This is the sequel to Fire and Flood. I have not read it yet. I have read Fire and Flood, and I absolutely loved it. I flew through that book, and I'm really hoping that this book is just as good, if not better, and yes, so excited. Next is another book I have already read this month, and that is The Sin Eater's Daughter. First of all, this light is not doing this cover any good because it's so dark right now, but this cover is so gorgeous, if you can see all that. It's basically all green with the epic blue and red. And yes, this book I read right after Red Queen, and I could definitely see a lot of similarities. I definitely enjoyed this one a lot more, but this book follows a girl who is 17 named, oh my goodness, I'm forgetting, named Twyla. There we go. 17-year-old named Twyla who lives in a castle with the queen and the king, is engaged to the prince, but she's not part of the court. She's held in the castle as the executioner. Again, not going to get too much into this book because I will talk about it more in my wrap-up, but this book was fantastic. I absolutely loved it, and if you enjoyed The Red Queen, you need to pick up this book because it was so fantastic. Like, it's got the whole same fantasy aspect of Red Queen. The story is, after a certain point, just completely different, and this book was amazing. The final book I have before I unbox the others is a book that is not a new release, but I have heard so many good things about it from Reagan over at Peruse Project, and that is The First 15 Lives of Harry August. I believe this is an adult book. Big surprise, I'm not reading a young adult for once. I have not read this yet, but I am planning on picking it up probably in March. It centers around this man who, named Harry August, obviously, who lives the same life over and over, and every time he dies, he is born again as the same person and just starts from there, and yet he can remember everything that's happened in his past lives. However, around his 11th life, I believe it said in the dust jacket, and what I've heard from Reagan talking about it, in his 11th life, I believe, he meets a girl who he's never met before, and she tells him something that's gonna happen. So basically he has to spend the rest of his lives trying to figure out this. I believe. I might not be telling the right story for this, but it sounded really good, and it sounded so interesting, and I can't wait to pick this up. Now, probably the part that everyone is so excited about, these unboxing. I'm not sure which one's which. I know what's in both of them, but I don't know which one's which. So I'm just going to start with this one. And I see everyone struggle with these tabs, and I generally struggle with these tabs, so they're good. Success for once. Kind of. So the first book actually is the one that came today, and this is why I waited till today to do this book haul, because I ordered this and then it showed up in the mail today. And that is We Should Hang Out Sometime by Josh Sundquist. Josh Sundquist is definitely one of my favorite YouTubers to watch, and I read his book Just Don't Fall, and I absolutely loved that. And so I was so excited to hear he was coming out with another book. It took me a while to pick it up, but I did end up ordering it off of Amazon, and this is the Booksplosion Book of the Month for March. Just another reason to pick it up, but I'm so excited to read this one, and I will probably be reading this one very, very soon. So, yes, so excited. It's also really cool. I love the design of this cover, so. And the final box, which I'm really glad this one's last, actually, because this one is probably the most exciting one. I'm just showing off where I live, so nobody find me, please. This one, again, not too shabby. Okay, so this book it came out yesterday, and I got it yesterday, and I am so excited. I had to contain myself from ripping this box open, but this is A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. This is another adult book. Again, 3 adult books in one haul. What? This is an adult book that follows this man named Kel, and Kel lives in this world where he can travel between different Londons. So there's the red London, the grey London, the white London, and all of these Londons have different, I think it's different levels of magic, or different, sources of magic. I'm not too sure, but I have read The Archived and The Unbound, both by Victoria Schwab. I own Vicious by V.E. Schwab, same author. I have not read that yet, but I knew she has become one of my auto-buy authors, so I knew that I would love to pick this up, so I definitely did. So that was all the books I have for today, and now I'm going to try this thing where I pick up all of my books at once, but we'll see how this goes. So, yes, in the comments down below, let me know what book you are most excited for or what books you've bought in February. I'm doing different videos all at once here. What books you've bought in February, or if you have a book haul, link it down below, and I will love to watch it. And yes, so these are all the beautiful books I've ordered in February. I'm really hoping that March is going to be less, because I am nowhere near reading 2 books for every 1 book I get. But, yeah, so February was a really good book month. So, I just dropped all those. So, until next time, have a great day or night whenever you're watching this. And until next time, in hopefully better lighting. I'm having a dirt moment. Until next time, hopefully in better lighting, I will see you guys again soon. Bye!